Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Jim from the Side Hustle Shuffle. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, cut it out. Cut it out. All right, let me see now. We're gonna check a couple of things. Seems like we're doing all right over here. All right, audio looks good. It does. All right, we're on YouTube today only. We're going live on YouTube today only. We're talking about YouTube, or not YouTube, but yeah, YouTube too. But we're also talking about being a content creator over 50 or over 40, basically, in that section, that segment of your life, when you've accomplished a lot, and are looking towards, the back end of it. I had a scary thought not too long ago, a couple of years ago, actually, where I was walking into Walmart. I saw an old man greeting, and he, welcome to Walmart. And, guy was maybe mid 70s. And, what are you doing working? Gotta work to make ends meet and everything. So I started looking into it. 2 out of 3 Americans will struggle with retirement finances, in retirement finances, in retirement. 2 out of 3 Americans, and it's worse for women, minorities, and people without college degrees. So I mean, 2 out of 3 people are going to struggle financially in retirement. That's pretty crazy. Okay, it's pretty scary, actually. Not just crazy, but it's not going to be me. Let's hope not. But I've decided back then, a few years back, to start a side hustle, make money online. People were making money online. I knew people were making money online. I was going to figure out how they were doing it, and do it too. Um, Originally, it was to have my wife stay home, and not have to work. Now it's more towards us retiring, and having an income stream, besides 401ks and Social Security. So uh, it'd be better get up in the morning, work 2 hours in my slippers at my computer at home, making $1,000 a month, I mean $1,000 a week, here or there, depending, good weeks and bad weeks, as opposed to being the Walmart greeter and going out and let me see now, and making money that way. I don't know if I can figure out where the chat is here. If there's anybody here, I don't even think there's anybody here. But I'm going to open up the chat anyway, just so I can see it. Um, so yeah, so that's it now. 2 out of 3 Americans are not going to be prepared for retirement. That's pretty damn scary. So I started a side hustle. So then when I started looking at it, at 2 out of 3 people, I'm doing the side hustle now. I'm making pretty decent money. And, a lot of people think, oh, influencers, they have to have 1 million subscribers and blah, 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 blah. They make millions of dollars a year. There's like 90% of content creators make less than 100,000 a year. All right. But they're making money. They're making 30, 50, $80,000 a year on the side. Most of it not reported, but we'll have to talk about that at another time. So you're able to, create a business, go legit, and have pluses to your taxes, but you get yourself a tax professional to deal with all of that. But that's a good thing, as well as having to work again. You don't want to have to go back to work when you're retired. You want to enjoy retirement. You want to get up in the morning, and this is the kind of thing where you can do it anywhere in the world. You could be in a hotel room somewhere. You could be on a beach somewhere. The good thing about being a content creator is you make content, and I call it my clone army. Okay, right? My clone army, every time I make a video, that's a soldier in my clone army, and it's out there on the internet working for me 24/7, never sleeps, right? Is always trying to do what I'm telling it to do, whether it's, trying to sell something, trying to teach something, or trying to do something, right? It's out there all the time, whether it's trying to sell a product or whatever it's trying to do. It's out there 24/7, 7 days a week, 356 days a year, constantly. Doesn't sleep, right? That's passive income. When I'm at the beach, when I'm at my regular job, when I'm anywhere else doing whatever else I'm doing with my family, these videos, are making me money. Passive income. That's passive income. Doing something today putting forth an effort today that has the potential to earn you money over and over again in the future. That's passive income, not never working again. Okay. Passive income is doing something today, and that something is going to potentially earn you money over and over again, like writing a book. Okay. That's, everybody understands that. You write a book, and every time the book sells, you make money, right? It's called royalties. Same thing, right? Same thing, same principle. But getting ahead of myself, the problem is we're going to talk about the 10 pain points of middle-aged content creators, 10 pain points of middle-aged content creators, and what stops content creators. You know, you ever feel like you need a teenager just to post your video, you're trying to figure out how to do something, you know, you missed the boat and you just don't know about, how to do these things, right? So, and it's holding you back, right? So we're going to talk about the 10 biggest struggles that middle-agers face. Especially if you're trying to break into content creation, affiliate marketing, or the Amazon influencer program. I'm not sure where it is on the list, but I'm going to touch on it all the time. We're always scared of what we don't know. AI is our crutch. Okay. AI is our crutch. Use it to well. Anytime I have a problem, anytime I have a question, anytime I need to know something, I just ask AI. Whatever AI you're using, whatever it is you're using, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever you're using, ask it questions, and you're going to learn how to ask it good questions. You're going to get really good at asking it questions, because the person that learns how to ask AI the good questions gets the best answers, right? So if you're feeling that it's too late to start, that's number one pain point, is you're feeling too late to start. Am I too late? You're not a rotary phone, right? This is like not the end. You're not being put on the back shelf, never to be used again, right? You're just in your prime. Gary Vee turns around and he always says, we're in the fourth quarter of life, okay? A lot of games are won in the fourth quarter. If you think about it, some of the best quarters are the fourth quarter, right? So the most excitement, the most time sensitive, the most action, right? And the most joy in the fourth quarter, right? And that's where we are. We're in the fourth quarter. So we're not at the end of our life. You can think of it that way, but we're in the fourth quarter, and we're here to enjoy the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter could be the best quarter of your life. People don't want perfect, right? Okay. They want relatable, right? They want people that they can trust, that they can relate to. And that are real, that are going to call off on camera, and let me tell you, being real is our middle-aged superpower. Okay, that's what you got to do, being real. So you're not too late, you're not too old, right? You're right where you need to be with all of the information you have. You've been a coach, you've been a den leader, you've been, someone who drove the kids to practice. You've solved problems, you've fixed things in the house. You've been up at night when the heat was off. You've done all kinds of stuff to solve problems because you've had to. Now you can relate some of that information in content. I make most of my money through the Amazon influencer program. There's 5 income streams in the Amazon influencer program. There is, I'm not going to go into it, on-site, off-site traffic, right? For on-site traffic is on Amazon's website. Off-site traffic is when I'm driving Amazon from my YouTube channel and other social medias to Amazon. So that's 2, right? There is brand deals where brands are sending you products to review, and they pay you for them. So you get free products, and they pay you to do the videos to post. So that's the third thing. And then we resell those items, garage sale, Facebook Marketplace, and various other things, eBay and whatnot. Okay, so that's a 4th income stream in Amazon, and then 5th is Amazon Live, which I did the other night, didn't sell a thing. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still there. Still, if you have a following on Instagram and you're one of those fashion people, you can get people over to Amazon and sell a lot of clothes. That's happening, but it's hard to do other things. There's guys doing electronics too, but it's hard if you don't have a big audience that you can bring over to Amazon Live. You're not going to be successful there. But there's 5 income streams in Amazon Live. I don't know why I went off on that little tangent. Oh, but before you get to that point, you have to have a social media. So like how I got involved with Amazon influencer program was I had a YouTube channel And the YouTube channel, they say find something that you love to do and everything. So I was chronicling what I was trying to do, making money online. I was actually doing retail arbitrage, uh, drop shipping, uh, and I was doing that for a good couple of years. And I was chronicling it. If you go back in my YouTube channel to the very beginning, you'll see a bunch of videos on drop shipping, on eBay. I used to buy stuff on Amazon and sell it on eBay for like a markup of like 15-20%. Uh, did all right. The real good thing about it, the fun, it's a good way to start, right? So what you do is, my famous one was the cubic zirconia earrings. So Walmart had, or you could use Walmart, you could use Amazon, you can use any retailer. But so you're buying from a retailer, and you're going to sell it on eBay or somewhere else, right? So the cubic zirconia earrings were $9.99, right, on whatever Walmart or Amazon. So you take that link, or you take that photo, and you post it on eBay, right? And you charge $25 for them on eBay. Someone buys them. They send you the money, the $25. They send you the $25. You take their address. You go to Walmart or Amazon, wherever the cubic zirconia is. You pay them $9.99 for the cubic zirconia earrings. You put that guy's address in. They mail it right to him. You don't need the product. You don't need the money. Everything is done. Boom, 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 and you've made $10, right? And it was pretty good, pretty lucrative. I got out of it because of customer service. People were always, where's my package? It wasn't the right size, wasn't the right color. I want to return this. So now you're getting into customer service, and I wasn't interested in that at all. So then I found the Amazon Influencer Program because I had the following on my YouTube channel. I was able to get into the program. So I did that, okay? But that's enough of that, right? That's how I got into the program. If you're not in the Amazon Influencer Program, get into the Amazon Associates Program, which is their affiliate program. Start there. All right. Hey, Adam, what's going on, buddy? I did. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? You hope I got the shirt for free. I mean, can I highlight these? Yes. There we go. It's been a while, so I don't know how to use the software. So he thinks that the shirt was free, and the shirt was free. I got the shirt for free. A little cold, so I got the undershirt under it. But it's June 1st where I am. I'm in the Northeast, New York, Northeast New York, upstate New York, and right now it's 52 degrees outside, and it's not a warm 52. It's a chilly 52. It's cloudy. It's overcast, right? So I touched on it before. The second pain point for creators over 40, right, middle-aged creators, is tech overwhelm, being overwhelmed by tech. And I touched on it because AI is our superpower. I want to know how to edit on CapCut, or how to do a certain transition on CapCut, or how does this video do this? I can go to my AI and ask them, and the AI will tell me exactly what it is. And if I don't understand, I can say, you know what? Break that answer down, on a third grade level so I can understand it better. And they will break it down, and they'll keep breaking it down until you understand it. And so there's no excuse that you can't do anything, because you can turn around and ask AI, and AI is going to show you anything that's right. Yes. Yep. 60 where you are. I forget where you are. Chicago, maybe? Was it Chicago? Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Let me think about it for a second. Threw me off with the shirt comment. Chat GPT. Well, I'll tell you one thing. One thing that I did I needed to make a spreadsheet to keep track of my brand deals. So you get a contact information, a name, a contact, an email, or a Facebook. Where the contact's from, what the deal is, and what the price is, what the link is, what the description is, and if there's any requirements for the video. So I needed a spreadsheet for that to keep track of everything, and if they pay me or when they pay me, and blah blah blah. South Jersey. All right. Across the bridge. My brother's down there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. He's been down there. I haven't visited him there, but he's down by Philly somewhere. I forget where. Um, so I went into ChatGPT because I kept trying to do it on Google Sheets, and it kept looking ugly, butt ugly. So I asked ChatGPT, make me a Google Sheets. This is what I need. I need these many columns. I need these, blah, blah, blah. Want this color and I want that color. And they printed out a thing, and they told me exactly what to do. Go into Google Sheets, cut and paste this into this box, and hit enter, and boom, the whole thing just popped down. Right? I didn't have to do a thing. I'm told that you can do coding. You can ask ChatGPT to do coding for you if you want to do coding, but you can ask it to do anything you want. You want to know how to get the focus right on your camera. You want to know how to get the lighting right in your studio. You want to know how to set your microphone up. You want to know why this is happening. You want to know why that's happening. ChatGPT can do a lot for you, right? And not just ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, them all of them, right? Whichever one you're using. All right. So it shouldn't feel like launching the space shuttle, basically, okay? But it does, because fear is false evidence appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. So you're scared of false evidence. It's holding you back, the unknown. And my example to that was going live scared the crap out of me. Being live and having a technical problem scared the crap out of me. Not knowing if my camera was going to work, not knowing if my mic was going to work, if the lighting was good, because the fear was I was going to be live and I wasn't going to be able to fix anything while I was live, and I didn't have an engineer or somebody to help me figure out what was going on while I was live. So I panicked, and I didn't go live for a full year. Okay, I didn't go live for a full year, and then I went live, and you know what? All kinds of crap happened. The camera didn't work, the microphone didn't work, the lights went out, all kinds of stuff happened. Okay, but I got through it. I learned on the fly, and there was some live streams that just went blank, and I had to get out of it, and I had to figure it out and go back, and that was before ChatGPT even was there. But Google and YouTube was my friend then. But the fear of the unknown. But after I did it the first time, I was relieved, and I knew what it was. So I wasn't. So the problem was there was no real way for me to test it, and without going live, and that was what scared me. Live streaming is, and something's always going to go wrong, right? Something's always going to go wrong. Your battery's going to die. I've had it with my light battery. I've had my lights hooked up to batteries and they died. I've had it with my microphone that I'm talking to a different mic. So I got a microphone up here. I got a Shure microphone up here, but my camera has a microphone, and my laptop has a microphone, and that camera has a microphone, right? And sometimes the wrong microphone gets chosen for some reason, and there'll be an echo, or they'll both be on, and there'll be an echo, or they'll be, back feeding. So there's always something. But so my advice to do it with tech overwhelm is jump in with both feet and just figure it out, because you're not gonna. That's the only way to learn is to fall. That's how you learn to walk. You fall, right? You fall. Let's fall forward. Let's fall forward, right? Fail forward is what we say. Fail forward. Okay, and that breaks into the third fear. Okay, the pain point is the fear of looking stupid on camera, and I can't really fix that for you if you got that fear. But you're not alone. You hit your record, you freeze up, you don't know what you're doing. I say ums and ahs a lot. You forget things. I forget where I am a lot. I'm talking about a subject, somebody will say something in the chat, and all of a sudden I forget what I'm talking about, right? Or I forget what story I'm in the middle of, and it happens. You forget, right? But it happens. People are real. Okay, people are real, and people expect you to be real. And that's the deal. If you're rambling, fine. If you're laughing at your own jokes, fine. It's all fine stuff. Look, you've probably raised kids. You've been embarrassed in public a few times. This is nothing compared to that. Have you been online at the supermarket when your kids grabbing everything, and you wanna whack them, but it's not the 50s, so you can't whack them. So you're like, please put that down, sweetheart. It's tough, right? It's tough being a parent. So if you could do that, God, this is easy stuff. This is easy stuff, right? Okay, now pain point number 4 is no time. We have no time. We're busy people, jobs, kids, aging parents, mowing the lawn, doing chores. Content creation gets squeezed between those magic hours between I should be sleeping and did I just reheat that third cup of coffee 3 times? Yeah. So that's a pain point. It's you have no time, but you do have time. You got to make the time. You got to make a schedule. There is technology that removes the ums and ahs in the live stream. For podcasts. For podcasts, they do it, and I'm sure they do it for live streams too. I don't know how they could do it live stream, but there's software where you can download your podcast and they'll take all that stuff, all the dead air, all the ums and ahs. You can actually, even with AI, change words. Like if you misspoke and in that, you could program it to put your voice in and say the right word. I mean, incredible. The AI is just incredible what we got going on today. We're spoiled. And I'll say it again. If you're anything like me, you've had to figure out a few things to get to the age you're at, right? You've had to figure out a couple of things. So don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to jump in with both feet and learn some things. You're gonna have to learn some things. It's just the way it is. You're gonna have to learn some new things. But so you make yourself a schedule. I always have a to-do list. All right, what I want to get done today. What I want to get done in the week. I set it up on Sunday. What I need to get done in the week. Right. And then I break it down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what I want to get done in those days. Now, I do CRM, which is customer relations management, which is anything from getting brand deals done to trying to collect money to doing any kind of relations with anything. And I do that answering emails and stuff like that, and instant messages, direct messages. I do that in the morning. I get up an hour earlier than I need to get to my regular job. So I get up early, an hour early. I sit down and do all of that email stuff and messages stuff, right? Then I go to my regular job for 10, 12 hours. Then I come home and I sit with the family, do what I got to do. Now in your case, you may have kids. You may want to check the homework. You may have to go to an extracurricular activity, scouts, sports, dance, whatever. And then you come home and maybe it's 9 o'clock, right? So from 9, 10, 11. So you got 3 more hours. So you're working basically 4 hours a day, right? You got 4 hours of working time. You get back 9 o'clock at night. You work to 11. Right. Then from 11 to 12, you wind down, you get ready for bed, and you go to bed. And then you're getting up at 5:30 the next day, doing it again. Right. And in that block of time, you block it down to 15-minute intervals or half-hour intervals, however you want to do it. And this is what I'm going to do this is what I'm going to do this, because it's very easy to pick this up, get in, and all of a sudden you're sucked into TikTok, and all of a sudden an hour disappeared, and now you're like, oh man, I was supposed to edit that video. So I mean, the time is what you make of it. So you really have to stick to a schedule, a to-do list. Okay, that be that. And okay, pain point number 5 is something that I still have, imposter syndrome. Right? They say fake it till you make it, which I think is a bullcrap thing to say. Who's going to listen to me? What do I got to say? It's tough. All right. You've lived a life. You've survived. You've survived dial-up internet. Flip phones, fax machines. You don't need 100,000 subs to be relatable. You know a lot of stuff. You just need like 100 people to trust you to get started. So they say, you need those first 100 followers that'll, run into that burning building for you, hit Normandy Beach for you. Those guys that'll do anything you want. That'll be there for every video you do, every bit of content. They comment, they share, they those 100 people that you need, those first 100, right? But until then, you just be yourself. like I said, you've had experiences in life. You can talk about things that you know about. You don't have to talk about things you don't know about. And if you're talking about things you know about, there's no sense in being an imposter. You're not an imposter. You're just giving your own life experience, right? Yeah, and that's all it is. And the honesty will come off. The honesty will come off, right? And you don't try to do something that you don't know. Like, don't try and give medical advice if you're not a doctor, right? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to talk. That's what I'm talking about. What the hell? Wait a minute. I put it back. Um, Pain point number 6. It's too slow growth. I doubt it's going to work. The 3 videos, 20 views. One comment from your cousin. And it's easy to feel like it's not working. All right. But the algorithm rewards the stubborn people. Post, repeat, do it again, ignore the crickets, and and don't listen to me, basically, because it works for some people. Some people don't work. Some people post every day and never get anywhere, right? But I will say this: it's not social media anymore, right? It's not social media. They're not trying to. No social media platform is trying to get you to talk to your friends. Okay, none of them. Comment if you think there is one out there that is a social media program, a platform that's getting like the way Facebook used to be, where you got on and all your friends were there and you saw what your friends were doing, right? They're all trying to get you to stay on the platform so they can sell you something. Every single one of them. Okay, they're not social media anymore, right? They're let me see what I could call them. They're not social media. They're actually sales media. Um, um, Popularity media may be what it is, because they're going to show what people like. Okay, so you're not going to get what Aunt Phyllis posted. You're going to get what Mr. Beast posted, because a million people watched that already. Or you're going to get the creator that you've watched 10 of his videos. You're going to get his next video, and you'll never see Aunt Mildred's post. You'll never see cousin Bobby's post. You never see your brother or your mother or your cousin. You won't see their posts, right? But you will see all the other ones, because it's not social media anymore. Okay. Yes, I am in busy season with vacation homes opening up. You're absolutely right. So you remember what I do. So yeah, I'm a pest control technician during the day. And right now I'm spending most of my time in Saratoga, New York, Saratoga racetrack. Right now they're having the Belmont in Saratoga, because Belmont's under construction. So they have the Belmont and they have the Saratoga races as well. So it's an extra long season. They rent those houses out up there, and there's a lot of pest control in big mansions in Saratoga. A lot of money in Saratoga. Great place. Of course, Lake George. I spend a lot of time in Lake George doing Lake George houses, and up to Lake Placid, all the way up. All those northern New York places, mountains, forests, lakes. This is the most beautiful part of the country. All right. Come on up and see me. Anyway, that's enough of that. But I appreciate you remembering that. But slow growth. So, what they need to do is you need to have a good hook, right? And keep people interested, and have decent content, right? When people watch and keep watching, then the algorithm kicks in and shows it to more people. More people watch it, and more people watch the whole thing, right? That's what rewards you. It's not how many followers you have. It's not that you have 100,000 followers. It's that the people that they're showing the videos to are watching the videos. That's what's important. So if you get a video that people are watching, it's going to get viral. I've had a few viral videos. It's not easy for me. It might be easy for you. But I do have a 3.5 million view video. I'm pretty proud of that. But I can't do it again. I have a hard time doing it again. But you don't need to be 3 million views. Okay. And you don't need any followers. It's all about you're giving them keywords, keyword phrases, and tags, right? Keyword phrases, tags, and the watch time. That's all stuff that you need to know about. So it's not about how much popularity you have. It's your content. Okay. And like, I hate to say it, My content sucks. That's why I don't have views. And I would say the same thing to you. Your content sucks. If your content was good, you'd have more views. And that's just, or they're showing it to the wrong people. You could have great content and they're showing it to the wrong people. Let's say you are a canoe person and you show all the canoe stuff that you do going down all the rivers and everything in the canoe. But for some reason, when you first started your YouTube channel, you were taking pictures of birds in your backyard. Well, the algorithm thinks you're a bird channel. So they're showing all your canoe videos to bird people. And the bird people aren't watching your canoe channel. You know, so that's what kills people, right? So yeah, and I'm going off again on another tangent. Pain point number 7 is no monetization clarity. Okay, now they're not making any money, or they're not making money fast enough. Okay, you've made the video. Now what? Now how do you make money? Right? It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Okay, you need to connect an affiliate link, Amazon influencer product, a lead magnet digital product, whatever you're doing. You need a link to a product, right? So many people are going to watch the video. A percentage of those people are going to look at the description. A percentage of those people are going to click the link. And a percentage of those people are going to add it to their cart. And a percentage of those people are going to buy it. Okay? So let's say you have 100,000 views. 1% of the people are going to go down to the description. 1% of those people are going to go down to your link. 1% of those people are going to add it to the cart. 1% of those people are going to purchase it. And it's all a numbers game, right? So you have to just keep popping it out. You say, well, I'm only getting 200 views on my videos, 500 views on the good ones, right? Or I'm only getting even 20 or 30 videos. Well, I told you about my clone army at the beginning, okay? When I started my clone army, then my clone army, if you weren't here at the beginning, is every time I upload a video, that's a soldier of my clone army. He's out there on the internet 24/7, 356 days a year, making money for me while I'm sleeping, while I'm out with the kids, while I'm out at the beach, while I'm at my regular job, right? So these soldiers are out there 24/7. And I forgot what I was saying. I did it again. It'll come back to me. Oh, it happens. There's a lot of Chinese stuff going on, Adam. Especially now, a lot of crap going on. But I was talking about the lead magnet. No, what was I talking about? We were talking about no monetization, so the amount of people that are going down to buy it. All right. So the trick is that the clone army. The point of the clone army, I'm sorry, was that when I started out with one video. Obviously, by the end of the first week, maybe I had 5, but after 3 years, you're up to 2,000-3,000. If you're putting out 5-10 videos a week of product videos, not YouTube videos. YouTube videos, you're going to do a YouTube video once a week or something like that, right? But I'm talking about product videos. So like I have all these things here that are laying around that I do product videos for, and I can churn those out 5-10 a day pretty quickly. So all of a sudden, now you've got thousands of soldiers in your army. And each one of those soldiers is getting 100, 200 views, maybe 20 views a month. Okay. So now the percentages are bigger. All right. That's when you start making money. You're in for the long haul. Okay. As a content creator. Now, of course, there are people that make money overnight. There is definitely people make money overnight. That happens. But you got to really have the mindset of the long haul, 3 to 5 years. Build a brand, build a YouTube channel, Facebook group, right? And make money on the side doing it. It's pretty simple stuff, but that's the pain point. No monetization. It just people don't have patience, right? Pain point number 8 is comparing yourself to younger creators. Okay, because you can't out dance a 25-year-old. Good. You can't. Give it a try. but you don't have to outdance a 25-year-old, right? You bring perspective. You don't bring pelvis flexibility, okay? But you bring your own lane. You're in your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Do what you're doing, okay? Guess who's going to watch your videos? People like you, okay? All right. If you do videos on darts, let's say you're on a dart team and you're talking about darts, right? People that play darts or want to play darts or want to learn about darts are going to watch your videos. Those are the people you want, right? So I do the niching down. So if you're thinking about what do I do, how do I get started as a content creator, you want to start a YouTube channel, whatever you want to, what do I do? What subject? You can't have a broad subject. So I always say sports is a niche, right? We have a niche. So we're looking to narrow down the niche. So sports is a niche, but it's too big. So you can go, it's baseball season, so we'll go baseball. So baseball is still a big niche, right? So you can drop down into pitching. So now, there's less people in pitching than there was in baseball. There's less people than was in sports, but there's still a good amount of people in pitching. But still a lot of people in pitching. If you don't have a lot of following and a lot of clout, new channel, still a lot you want to go down. So now you can go down to knuckleball. So now you have a channel on knuckleballs. All right, and this is just an example. I know nobody here knows how to throw a knuckleball. But so now you have a channel on knuckleballs. You do about 50 videos on knuckleballs. The knuckleball people who are curious about knuckleballs, watch those videos like 100% because they're interested in knuckleballs. Now, all of a sudden, because all those people are watching the knuckleball videos, they're showing it to the pitching videos, to the pitching people. They're showing it to the baseball people, and they're showing it to the sports people. And now all of a sudden you're getting more views, but you had to have gotten that bunch of views at the beginning, at the small niche. You have to narrow down the niche, okay? And I use that sports, and that's the easiest one for me to do. But you could do that in any activity, right? Anything. What's the big thing, right? And then you break it down. Music, okay? Rock and roll, electric guitar, solo, lead, whatever, break anything down. And when you get down to that small niche, that's where you want to concentrate on. And that's where you're going to get your following. And when those people watch, that's when you're going to blow up. Okay. Don't compare yourself to other younger creators. Okay. There's thousands of people that speak your language. That's the thing. Pain point number 9 is no support system. This is, it's trouble because you feel isolated. Okay, your friends don't get it. Your spouse thinks you're talking yourself in the garage. I've been there. She's in the other room thinking I'm in here talking to myself. Right. That's why you need to connect with other creators. I'm putting together we're going to try it again, a creator hangout where we're going to be by the water cooler. It's going to be like a Zoom type thing. Everybody's going to be able to share their screen and talk and share their microphones and talk and ask questions and give feedback and give input. And we're going to start doing that soon, off platform, of course, but we got to get some interest into it. Join that group, and start with me because you're not alone. Okay. We're going to get through this, and we're going to have a support system because you don't know. There's nobody out there. There's nobody you can talk to. And that's the problem. Like your spouse who probably supports you in everything you do doesn't understand what you're doing. Right. Your friends think you're crazy. Right. People at work think you're nuts. They're laughing at you. Right. What do you do? Come join my group, and we'll give each other support. Okay. If you want, go to youdidn'tknow.live. Go to youdidn'tknow.live and sign up for the newsletter, because when I start going live in the group, when we start putting the group together for the mastermind, and I call it a mastermind, it's not really a mastermind, it's a hangout. Everybody's going to get to share, talk, give advice. This is what I did. This is what works for me. This is where I call it the water cooler. We're going to talk shop there. Everybody's going to get a chance to talk. Okay. I'm not the guru. I'm not a guru. I'm just I have this room. I have it for free because I did an affiliate program for them. I did some work for them, and they gave me lifetime membership to this software. I want to use it, and I want to build a community. So come check it out. Pain point number 10 is the fear of wasting your time. What if I do this for 6 months and I make nothing? And I already told you, you're on the 3 to 5 year plan. Uh, what if you don't try? Right? What if you regret it for the next 10 years? What if you end up in that Walmart vest? Right? What if you end up in that Walmart vest? Okay, you're not gambling, you're investing one step at a time, right? It's crazy. People will do a lot of things. They'll break their butt for somebody else and watch somebody else live a great life while their life is out of control. And they won't get up an hour early in the morning and spend 2 or 3 hours at night after everybody's in bed to build something for themselves. You know, it's not easy, but it's not too late either for you guys. You're not behind. You're just getting started, right? Remember, it's fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter. Subscribe for more content like this, right? The ums and ahs, right? And check out my free over 50 creator kit that I'm putting together. Again, the you didn't know live. Check out you didn't know live. The newsletter will be there. I'm going to be sending it out to the newsletter. The over 50 creator starter kit. It's nothing spectacular. If you're already a creator, it's going to be nothing new to you. But if you're somebody that's curious and saying, how do I do that? I want to be able to stay at home and make money in my pajamas, in my slippers, while I'm retired, instead of having to go to an office, instead of having to go to McDonald's, instead of having to work at the supermarket, or wherever people are working. Retired people are working now. A lot of retired people are working in schools, in the cafeterias, at secretaries and stuff like that. A lot of retired people are going back to part-time jobs, doing healthcare, stuff like that. They work in stores. They work, unfortunately, they're working. And they have to get dressed. They have to go out. They have to drive. They take a lot of time extra when they could be sitting at home doing content. Okay. For sure. Amazon can be different. Let's talk about this. All right. Yeah, so things always change, right, Adam? Like the rules always change. That as soon as you start doing good, they change the way they do things. The algorithm changes. Really, it's the truth. So you can't have all your eggs in one basket. That's something I'll say. You can't just rely on Amazon. I've got Amazon. I've got YouTube. I've got TikTok. I've got an email list. There's more than one way to make money online, and it's multiple streams of income. So it's that 1 month you're making 100 here and 1,000 there. Another month you're making 10 here and 2,000 here. Another month you're making 100 everywhere. So it's like it's not consistent. Number one, it's not reliable. You can't write a budget saying I'm going to make $10,000 this month, right? Because it varies. But if you have multiple streams of income, it doesn't hurt you when one of them is light one month and one of them is heavy this month. And that's what happens, right? It's like a big game of whack-a-mole. And that's content creation, baby, right? Grab the link. Do I have to put the link? You didn't know .live. Let me see. Can I screen this? Copy link address. If I pop it down here, can I do that? Will that work? So that's the you didn't know .live, the link. That'll bring it to the landing page. There's the newsletter there. And I haven't sent out a newsletter in a couple of weeks. I'll be sending one out by the end of this week with the over 50 creator kit, the starter kit in there. Yeah, I don't want to be a Walmart greeter. I want to be a content creator. What about you? Right? I'm just looking here. Any other notes that I have that I didn't go over? Maybe might be a minute. Yeah, so the Creator Starter Kit is going to be coming out. It's going to be a downloadable link, a PDF. There'll be a PDF and there'll be a Canva version. and it's going to just, it's going to be tips and shortcuts and links and stuff just to get started on stuff. Cover page, welcome message, tips and gear, AI cheat codes, how to use AI, beginner video ideas, mindset, and a links page, right? So it's all there for you. And I can have it in Google Docs if you'd rather have Google Docs. Uh, so what I was saying was, people think that being over 50 is a handicap when it comes to online content creation, because everybody's thinking about the TikTok dancers, right? Uh, you have an unfair advantage. You have so much life experience. Okay, you've done so much. I mean, if you think about it, all right, you've probably had like 10 hobbies. You've probably helped your kids do for 10 different activities. You've probably had 2 or 3 jobs. Um, there's plenty of things you can draw on. Okay, so if you're confused and you're not sure, what I do is, and this is in one of my courses. I take a piece of paper, and I draw 2 lines down the middle of the page, and I put on one side things I love to do, things I'm good at, and the problems I like to solve, right? And you brainstorm things I love to do. What would I get up in the morning and do if I wasn't getting paid? What would I do every day of my life and never get bored doing it? So you make that list of all the stuff that you love to do, right? Then the list of all the things that I'm good at. All right. And you may not know what you're good at. And I'll tell you this, you can ask your friends, what is it that you guys come to me for advice for? Are you the guy that everybody brings their car to? Are you the guy that everybody brings their computer to? Are you the guy that everybody asks about relationships? Are you the guy that everybody asks about sports? Are you the guy that everybody asks about investments? Are you the guy that asks about business advice or whatever it is? Okay. Are you that guy? And if you don't know who it is, if you don't know who you are, you can ask your friends. Okay. They'll tell you. And those are the things. So it's the things I'm good at, things I love to do, things I'm good at. And the key here, okay, to be a content creator is you have to solve a problem. Your content has to solve a problem. There's a pain point and a problem and a solution, and that's the formula, right? So you have to solve a problem. Your content has to solve a problem. What problem do you want to solve? So maybe one of the things you love to do is cook with your family, right? Maybe one of the things you're good at is being a parent, right? Maybe one of the problems you want to solve is bringing the family units closer together, right? Like you think the country has a problem with the family units falling apart. You're trying to, so you're going to create a YouTube channel based on those 3 ideas. And so maybe the YouTube channel would be about creating affordable meals for a family of 5 for a Sunday dinner, cooking with the children, right? And that could be your video, and that touches all of that, and so that's how you would find out what you're good at, and how to solve a problem, and how to create your YouTube channel. Okay, and so sit down and brainstorm and do that. All right, if you haven't already, if you don't have an idea already of what it is. Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna be talking about AI a lot, and how to use AI, how to write scripts, how to write prompts, and it's amazing what it can tell you. Okay, you could have ChatGPT interview you. You could have ChatGPT go and look at your YouTube channel and say, what would you do to improve it? You can, but you can ask ChatGPT, pretend you are uh, Mr. Beast, or pretend you're a silver play YouTuber with 1 million followers. What would you do to improve this video? And they'll tell you. The chat GPT will tell you. It's crazy. It's crazy what you can learn, and you can get better. And remember, they say AI is going to take your job. AI is not going to take your job, but the guy using AI is going to take your job, right? For sure. Okay. I think we're going to call it a night. unless there's any burning desires. So if this helped you tonight, okay, share it with a friend, who's been thinking about starting a side hustle. We don't have time to waste anymore. You know, we've got stuff to build, and stories to tell, and money to make. Okay, imagine you got your 401k, you got your Social Security, you got whatever else other investments you got, and you've got another $1,000 coming in from side hustles. It's no brainer, no brainer, no brainer. Yeah, so if you'd like to see a video about me using AI to write titles and how I use it to jazz up my stuff, drop a link in the chat. Drop a link. Drop a note in the chat. Thanks, Adam. Thanks for coming around. And I'll make that video. I'll put that on my list of things to do. If AI, what to write, how to write AI prompts to get content creation for us. Middle-aged content creators. All right. So that'll be that. And try to go live once a week. And maybe I'll see you next Sunday. Keep an eye out. Go to youdidn'tknow.live. Like I said, links in the chat. Sign up for the newsletter. And let's get started. All right. Have a good night, guys.